I've been watching back the highlights of the Lyon game, and there was something I noticed that I wanted to very briefly touch on. Something that I really did think worked to West Ham's advantage in this 3-0 victory. And I have to say, it's something that West Ham's done quite well over the course of a few games, but no one's really touched on it enough. What is that, you might ask? Well, it's off-the-ball movement and psychological play. Now, for the first 2 goals in this Lyon game, both of them came from psychological trickery. Allow me to explain in more depth. Let's talk first of all about Craig Dawson's goal. Now, Pablo Fornals whips in the ball into the box, and Diop is actually in front of Dawson. Dembele chooses to stay tight onto Diop, and that was the case throughout the game. Diop, I think, was told to mark Dembele and vice versa. So whilst Dembele is marking Diop, he fails to notice that Dawson is behind him. Diop deliberately does not challenge for the ball, which then throws Dembele off and allows Dawson to head home from close range. And Dawson was semi-unmarked. He had quite an easy job of tapping the ball in and into the net. He wasn't going to miss from that far out. But because Diop used a little bit of trickery, it confused the Lyon player and allowed Dawson to get a free header. That was for the first goal. Now for the second goal, this is even better. So Fornals lays off the ball to Ben Johnson. Johnson's cutting in from behind and crosses it in. It's cleared out of the box by a Lyon player, and 3 West Ham players enter the box. And Declan Rice has it outside of the box. Now, what could you do here? You could pass to another player to have a chance. No? You could pass to a player. There are 3 open in the box. You could make a pass and potentially get an assist for a possible goal. Well, Rice notices that the 3 players act as a bit of a distraction. Lyon is immediately looking at those 3 West Ham players and deciding the next move. Their assumption was that the ball would be passed into the box, and it wasn't. Declan Rice decided to take the shot. He had quite a bit of time to take it and managed to find the bottom left corner of the goal. That was another good example of mind play. The fact that this team was able to con Lyon into thinking that it was going to pass, but instead took the shot. And you would have thought that Lyon might have learnt from the first goal and would have learned to mark better so that another easy goal would have been preventable. That was not the case. That was really good from Declan Rice to take his chance because he did have the time, not necessarily hold space, but he definitely had the time to take that shot, and he did so. And as soon as that was about halfway across the box, I just had a feeling it was going in. I just knew that was going in from that point. The third goal is not as... it's not as tricky as the other 2, but it just works from very fast play. Lyon had been using quite fast play in the early stages of the first half. It was West Ham's turn to do it in the second half. So Antonio lays off a ball to Fornals. Fornals perfectly finds Bowen. Bowen is being closed down. The Lyon keeper thinks that Bowen is going to be closed down because of how close Bowen was to the Lyon defender. But Bowen takes a shot with his weaker foot, and I emphasise weaker foot, and it manages to still go into the net for 3-0. Again, a good pass from a quick wit move. To summarise, the whole team has players that could work well off the ball. Souček's a good example of that. His off-the-ball work has contributed to goals. It was now time for a team effort with off-the-ball movement and psychological mind play. The first goal was due to marking too late at the last minute and going on to the wrong player. The second goal was Lyon thinking that the ball would be passed when it was actually struck, and that was good of Declan Rice to execute that move. And the third goal was from a fast attack, which Lyon did not deal with until it was far too late. Overall, West Ham has been able to trick the opposition, which is part of the game, and do it in a very tactically intelligent way. Thank you very much for watching this very quick Anvil's Thoughts video. If you like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to sub for more content. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all soon.